Hey, what's up, guys? I want to uh, tell you guys a story about a young guy who, he comes from a broken home. In high school, he's told he's not going to amount to a lot. While he's in high school, he's told he's going to flip burgers for the rest of his life. He's going to, he's just not going to amount to a whole heck of a lot. And this guy, he's constantly asked throughout high school what he's going to do with his life. What is it that he wants to do? He's dead set on going and doing something, but the one thing he knows he wants to do is he wants to go out and he wants to make some sort of impact. He wants to help change people's lives. He wants to go out and he wants to reinvent what it means to be a dad. He wants to go out and he wants to do something that nobody's ever heard of, right? And so he goes through college and goes to a first college and he ends up failing out. And he goes to another college, gets his grades up. He goes back to his first college and he completely fails out. And he's actually asked not to come back. So, if you can imagine that he is, he's asked not to come back and he's told he's not smart enough. He's going to fail for the rest of his life. He's going to, he's not going to amount to anything. Yeah, a couple years later, he ends up meeting his wife. His wife tells him something that he's never heard of before. And that something is that anyone who talks to him for 5 minutes can tell that he's super crazy passionate and that he's super intelligent. Something he hasn't heard before. This is a guy who's failed out of college. Not once, he's actually failed out of college, on multiple occasions. When his wife tells him that, he goes and he gets his associate's degree in psychology. He then his grades are coming up. He's almost got a 3.0 GPA. And then he goes for his bachelor's degree. He goes and gets his bachelor's degree in counseling. So like anyone who's got their degree in, the study of the mind and stuff like that, they've got to be smart, right? So he goes and he's got his associate's degree his bachelor's degree in counseling. But while he's sitting here and he's celebrating, he's excited and stuff like that, he feels like there should be more. Like, he's like, man, like I finally accomplished it. But there needs to be more. Like, I need to make some sort of an impact on a global level, not just, the occasional family level. And so his problem is that at 30 years old, at 35, he still doesn't quite know exactly what it is that he wants to do. So about a year and a half ago, he comes up with this business idea. His business idea is a little thing called Wrestling with Fatherhood. And Wrestling with Fatherhood is all about equipping men to understand their insane value within their family, with their spouse and with their children, which is a great idea, right? And so he has this crazy idea. So he puts together a plan. He goes, okay, I'm going to put together podcasts together. I'm going to put together blogs. I'm going to put together, these different things. I've been in prison ministry. So I've understood, I understand how to coach people. I understand how to talk to people. I understand how to communicate with people. But as he's doing this, he's got 3 kids, 3 little adorable girls. And he figures out that time management and busyness is something that he really struggles with. This guy's got ADD. He's somebody who he doesn't think on his feet real great. He's he's intelligent, but it's really easy for him to lose himself in his children and in his wife and forget about his business. Maybe that's a better way to say it, is his business becomes kind of a secondary priority. Not only that, but as I was talking to him, he told me how difficult it was to find the time to sit down and write out a podcast, to write out a blog, to write out all these different things. But what the awesome thing is a week ago, I took Jamie's course. That's right. That person I'm talking about, that's me. The person who has struggled with their mindset, with creating content, creating delivery and stuff. And the phenomenal thing about Jamie's course is that it focuses specifically on mindset and helping people to understand that they can do this, that they can make an impact, that they can, make money doing all this. The second thing that he talked about is content creation. And so what does that mean? Well, if you're in business, content is king. So how do you put out engaging content to bring people in so that people will continue listening to you, that they'll continue reading your stuff? Jamie shows us a real simple system to where we figure out a year's worth of content, 365 days, a year's worth of content within about 30 to 60 minutes worth of time. How crazy is that? And I went through his course and I was able to do that. I know what my topics are for the next year every week because of the system that Jamie put together. How incredible is that? I was able to put together an entire year's worth of content. And then not only do we talk about content, but Jamie knew that once we had all this content and we knew what we wanted to talk about, he knew the next thing that we would wonder is how do we deliver this content? And so he took us through, a day where all we talked about is content delivery. And so I want to encourage you that if you know that you've got a message on your heart, if you want to make an impact in people's lives, if you want to do something different, if you want to stop asking yourself at 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, or regardless of how old you are, if you want to stop asking yourself, what do you want to do when you grow up? Go through Jamie's course. Get that mindset shift. Go through that mindset change because you have a powerful, impactful message that people need to hear. No matter what your experience was, no matter where you've been in the past, no matter where you think you're going to go in the future, sit down, do yourself a favor, and go through Jamie's course. Jamie's course is specifically designed in such a way that not only do we get to change our mindset on this journey, but we also get a chance to talk about content and how do we create content? How do we come up with topics? How do we come up with subtopics? How do we come up with hooks? How do we bring people in? Which is just, it's phenomenal. So even though I'm just getting started on this journey, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the future. I'm excited to see where I'm at in a year from now. And the awesome thing is that Jamie's course is a course that's going to keep on giving, because in a year from now, I'm going to be able to go back through his course and see everything that he taught us. And I'm going to be able to come up with another year's worth of content, and another year, and another year, and another year. So Jamie's course is a course that just keeps on giving. Thank you for coming, checking out my testimonial. Jamie, man, thank you so much for putting this course together. I got so much from it. I got so much content from it. I've got so much. You've seen my notes. I put them up in the group. I've got pages of notes just because that's what this course is it's just Jamie pouring out his heart, his content to us. So do yourself a favor, go and check out this course. You won't regret it. Thank you for listening. I hope you guys all have a great day.